All right, so Lego released this Spider-Man set piece. I think it is, let's see what it says, 76226. It's Spider-Man. But here's the thing. I own this now. My fiance bought this for me, okay? This toy is dope. Here's the thing about it. It does not look like a Spider-Man costume. If anything, this looks like a Spider-Man armor, like a mechanized giant armor suit piece. It looks like he's wearing an Iron Man suit that is Spider-Man themed. So my idea here today for this YouTube video is to try and design a Spider-Man suit based on this Lego armor. Now, we've seen armor in the past ranging from, oh, you know, that's kind of cool, to, yeah, that's super cool, to, that is the coolest shit I have ever seen, to, this is horrendous garbage. And that's this one right here. So anyways, I'll let you guys look at the Lego armor here for a little bit. As you can see, it has these big shoulder pads. Like, this is supposed to be the cloth suit, but it's like, it just looks like armor. And it has this very helmety looking mask and this big, like, you know, chest piece and these big, like, metal boots. I mean, they're not metal, but this is just what I'm assuming. So anyways, let's get into the sketch here. So here we go. I first wanted to do a very dynamic scene, a very dynamic, like, oh man, he's swinging through the city, there's like explosions going on. But eventually I was like, I am too novice for this. There's no way I can render this out. So originally I just wanted to just create like a Spider-Man, just like a body, just like an anatomy to throw the armor on top of. So I start with the sketch here, and I give him this big, like, football, like, freaking just athlete, like this big, like, these big arms, big biceps, big shoulder dude, because this is how my Spider-Man looks in my head. I think the arms are also a little too long, but that's okay. So I'm trying to give him this pose where he's, you know, he's walking forward, he's got one arm forward, he's walking. And so as you can see, once I have this sketch lined up, now I can throw in the flat colors just to kind of give it a look of, like, this is what Spider-Man usually looks like. And I'll throw in this reference image on the top left for what the Lego armor looks like. But here we go. As we can see, I'm starting with the helmet shape. It definitely looks like metal. Can't really see the neck part, but it's like a gray. They use like gray pieces for the neck. But then I'm also throwing in the shoulders, and then you see the chest pieces, and I also add that little, like, midriff, like that mid-abdomen section, as well as the hands. I'll try and show you a reference photo of the hands, just so you can kind of see what that circle part looks like. But especially looking at the hands, you're like, dude, this looks nothing like the Spider-Man cloth costume. Like, the colors they're using, it's just like, this looks like an original design. So it really inspired me to try and make this into what I think like a Spider-Man costume would look like from this design. So although I will admit posthumously that I think that I over-designed it. Like, I think it's a little too complicated. Like, if you look at the legs here that I'm doing right now, the Lego piece looks like a simple shape, but I gave it this like crazy, like, super sci-fi leg. I think overall it's a very, like, sci-fi inspired armor. Like, it could look like it's from, like, inside Halo or something. So I think that is something I would have changed today if I were to redo this. But overall, pretty happy with the design. I'm throwing in the colors. As you can see, his, like, little midriff armor plating is so high compared to, you know, like, his normal, like, cloth costume. I think that was just the most interesting, kind of jarring looking piece to me. Like, the belt doesn't wrap around the bottom of it. The belt wraps around, like, halfway through it. It's really weird. Like, if you look at the actual Lego, it's just his belt is so high. But besides that, I started throwing this very, like, dark red maroon color as, like, an accent color, but I don't think I was a fan of it. So I changed it back to just, like, normal red and blue. But as you can see, the hands are designed off of the hand of the Lego piece itself. And just, yeah, I think overall, it's just such a different, unique kind of look. And now that I have the flat colors in, oh god, I tried doing, like, yellow eyes or, like, a yellow symbol for a second there, because I do love me a good yellow eye Spider-Man. But I just don't think it worked for the design itself here. And I think overall, it's just such a different, unique kind of look. And now that I have the flat colors in, oh god, I tried doing, like, yellow eyes or, like, a yellow symbol for a second there, because I do love me a good yellow eye Spider-Man. But I just don't think it worked for the design itself here. And I really wanted to give this a very like comic, not comic, like concept arty style, like concept art. So usually concept art has all these extra like poses and you can see the other side. So I wanted to do a different pose of the arm and just so you can see the web shooter. And originally I gave it this really long, fat, like web shooter cartridge that you can see in the middle, but I shortened it right there just because I didn't think it looked very practical. Or maybe it looked too practical. It was too bulky and I wanted to make it a little more fantasy and smaller and not as reliant on practicality. But anyways, yeah, as you can see from the design here, I think it's definitely a little over-designed, a little complicated parts, but I mean, it's still relatively very based off the Lego design, and yeah, I don't know. So now I'm adding the webbing like on top, and I started to do the webbing for the shoulders, but it's not even on the Lego design, and I can see why. Like, I just wasn't a fan of it, so I think it looked better without. So yeah, once I kind of had that, I knew I needed to throw in some shading, and this is honestly one of my first times really going for digital art. So I don't know what I'm doing. This is probably another few minutes of just pure experimentation and trying to see how the hell shading and lighting works. But I follow this YouTuber named Brother Baston, and he is awesome. I've been following him for years, and he kind of gave this trick on how to light things. So you basically just select a certain color area, like the red or the blue, and then you just give it a gradient. So I think I try that a little later on. And now I'm doing the head, like the helmet. I just wanted to give it a little side profile view. This was one of my favorite parts of the drawing. And I threw it in some tones eventually. I think I made it monochrome for this, but then I made the thumbnail for the video and I put it in color. So I'll show you the final piece here in a little bit, but this is what I think the helmet looks the best. Like, I think that looks just like the Lego set. So once I throw in a background here, crop it right. I also wanted to throw in this little bullet, like, you know, like shining past him, like pew, just to kind of give it this indication that he's like this badass. You know, he's not even moving. Like, this armor, like, you can hit me all you want, but like, I'm not moving, like, kind of vibe. And eventually, just because the Lego piece is so big with the shoulders, I think I extended the size of the shoulders, but I wasn't a fan of it. So here is the final look. As you can see, there's the helmet with the side view in color. I kind of rendered it more closely. I didn't render any of the actual suit, but the helmet itself, I gave it more detail to what I think it would look like. But basically, I feel like it's the exact shape of what I think the Lego set has. And if you look at the Lego and the piece, it kind of has the shoulders and the chest piece and the weird midriff part. So overall, I'm very happy with the design, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching the video. The rest of this is just me trying to like do the original sketch that I was trying to do, like a very dynamic pose, but it was still a little ambitious for me, so I just made a sketch and I didn't render. I think I don't even remember if I threw in colors or not. I filmed this like a month ago, so I just wanted to give it a more dynamic pose to try and see what this armor could look like in action. So yeah, that's the rest of the video. I don't have much else to say, so I think I'll just play music on for the rest, but thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I don't even know what my channel is or what kind of videos I want to do here, but for now I'm just experimenting, just having fun. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, please leave a comment and a like and a subscribe. It would be awesome, just to try and grow the channel and make more stuff like this possible. Let me know what you think about this suit design. Like, what would you change? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you hate me? Are you mad at me? All viable questions. Just let me know what you think. Okay, thanks guys, bye.